Okay, so I bought some milk. I bought some sugar-free creamer. They had an additional flavor, which was French vanilla, sugar-free. Yeah, let me show you. See? Now, I'm saying this to say, look, I am really trying to be healthy. I am. I can't help it that I like rich food. I can't. Okay? So, I'm a... Oh yeah, and I bought some individually portioned Greek yogurt. Okay? Because I found that doing the Greek yogurt can be very satisfying also. Okay? It can. Right? Especially if you add, some frozen fruit to it. Yeah, frozen fruit will definitely add some good flavor, even though it's already flavored, right? Because I got the black cherry en bâton, non-fat Greek yogurt, right? It's gonna taste even better with some frozen mixed fruit. And that's what I got. Milk? Oh, instead of the regular whole milk, I got the 2% milk. So I'm cutting back a little bit, okay? Because I'm feeling kind of fat. Or buff. Or both, okay? Because, yeah, I am feeling a little buffed. So let me go back to the house and get my coffee going. And then I can see what I want to do. I've been watching some people, going to these foreign countries. Finally seen one that made it seem like, look, it's not all peaches and cream. Going to these foreign countries where you don't speak the language and you don't know nobody. And it was nice to be able to, see somebody, speak for real, right? Because all we have is, pseudo real and for real fakeness. Yeah, that's what we got going on. All right. And you can see it when people are talking, when they have tragic situations, and they're relaying the message, they're smiling, or, if it was so tragic that, it made them feel some kind of way, then they laugh it off. What? And I had to really ponder, and I'm like, yeah, this is the world we live in. What do I do? What do I do that's contrary? Well, when I'm broke, I eat more. Yeah, when I'm broke, I eat more. So that's contrary. That's definitely contrary. Because most of the time, people who are broke, they're going to eat less. But, yeah, I enjoy, being contrary when it comes to being broke in my situation. Because I like to eat when I'm broke, because I'm stressed. get into these superficial relationships. They're not really meant to last. Although, on the surface level, they're saying, yeah, bet, and, they gamble. And a lot of times they just crap out. They crap the fuck out. So, yeah. To just get back to the house. I keep thinking maybe I should go for a ride, and I'm like, no, come on back to the house. If you get back out, maybe get back out and do an Uber or two. Don't just ride around. Don't. So I did notice that the gasoline had dropped to $3.75. Like, okay. It wasn't $3.75 in my neighborhood yesterday, but it is today. So yeah. We're going back to the house. We're gonna make us a protein coffee. And yeah, hold on. So I did post about the TM7, the new fungal STI that's going around. And I'm just thinking to myself, what are we doing? Where we creating all of these new diseases that we're going to have to find new cures for, and it's just like, yeah, that's kind of like how we went from being a clean, old blood to now having, whatever kind of blood in you, whatever. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so another thing that has been being pushed down my algorithm is people moving to Panama. I'm like, Panama? I think Panama is an American territory. I'm gonna have to look it up, right? And then I'm wondering if, I could bypass, like I could take a ferry with my car to Panama and my dog. I don't know if Snoopy would be around for that. She's been moving very, very, very slow. Her appetite has decreased a lot. So, yeah, I'm thinking the inevitable is going to happen. And believe me, when that happens, I think I would definitely need a change of scenery to grieve. Okay? Because I heard, going through Mexico with your vehicle is difficult. That you have to have like a temporary, permit to take your vehicle through there. And getting that temporary permit will have to be executed at the same gate that you came through in. Like, yeah, okay. And I was like, that's they don't have the type of central operating systems like we do here in America, where everything can be, um, downloaded and accessed in the same servers accessible by government. And that's what allows for a lot of these people to, enforce their own government. Because this one lady, she was saying how, she had a QR code of her documentations, but because the people that she was dealing with, didn't want to download, the forms, you know, they kind of penalized her for not carrying copies. And it was like, yeah. So that was something that even I was apprehensive of here in America when, they started allowing us to, pay by phone, when they started allowing us to carry our insurance card online on our phones, you know. So yeah. Ooh, Lord, it's starting to get hot out here. Let me go on in here. But that's something that I'm thinking I might want to consider is Panama. But like I said, I'm real concerned about the sarcasm, you know, just like I'm concerned about the drought here in America. Yeah. So, kind of waiting to see how that's all going to work itself out. Because some people, they like to believe that, you know, this is not associated with our spirituality. And I definitely think that everything revolves around spirituality.